still get a bad grade. It doesn't matter if you study with people who once. Because you'll still get a bad grade if you do that. But you're still grounded for not informing me to go to Caillou's house to study for the final exam. Come on Dora, let's go home. And when we get home, I will call Diego to watch over you study for the final exam for the rest of today. And Caillou, I will report this to your dad about inviting my daughter to your house to study for the final exam. Come on Dora. What are you waiting for? Let's go home right now.
Goodbye Caillou, I have to go home right now, and I cannot see you again for the rest of today. Bye Caillou.
Bye Dora. Hope I will see you again someday. And thank you for help me by the way.
Well, Caillou, it looks like you are now getting punished today, and I can't believe you invite Dora to your room to study each other for the final exam on next Monday. You can just study subject on yourself for the final exam, not just asking your friends to help you study for the final exam. And it doesn't matter. Even if you study enough with your friends for the final exam, you still get a bad grade. That's it. You are now grounded for 6 months. Now go back to study history. And I don't want you to being lazy for study the final exam of history. Start now, or you will even more grounded for 1 year.
Well, at least my dad didn't seize my phone in the bed, since my phone is now set as invisible. But in other words, I can bring this button machine to the school and set my phone as an invisible. So my friends and Mrs. Martin didn't caught me using phone to cheat for the final exam on next Monday. Ha 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 ha.
Caillou, wake up. Don't you know today is your final exam? Wake up. You don't want to be late for final exam. I don't want to repeat this. You will have to take care of this. So I don't care if you need me to take you to the school. Your mom is now in the car to wait for you. Now wake up. And I don't want to hear a warning from your teacher for being late for final exam.
Oh man. Today is going to be my worst day ever, because today is the final exam of history, and of course I will get a bad grade of the final exam of history, because yesterday I didn't study history for final exam. I'm gonna be so doomed and my parents will ground me if I failed history of the final exam. But hey, there's still another way to pass the final exam of history. Since I made an invisible phone and got a remote invisible button by using GoAnimate logic in last Friday, I will bring those items to the school, and set my phone as invisible and pick a random numbers of opacity. So my friends and Mrs. Martin didn't know that I was using my phone to cheat for the final exam. Ha 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 ha. Okay, now I'm going to take a remote invisible button in my phone. Alright, now I already take my phone and remote invisible